Okay, guys, so let's go on to something a bit more positive, shall we? It's time to do the reading for witches, which is where I do readings for witches, lightworkers, all those practitioners. I do it for that whole collective. So let's get on with my decks. So I did a long time ago. I did stuff with like my quirky novelty decks. And I thought, well, what the hell? I'm gonna bring out all my quirky novelty decks, and as well those decks that some of which were gifts. So, I use this one for readings with Ostara, or for Ostara. So, Witch's Wisdom, which was given to me by Erie's Witchcraft, and then I have Miss Cleo's. This is another novelty deck, which Rain Ragin had sent me. Then I have one of my Spencer's decks. I don't even know if they are even still selling these. Or you'd have to wait till Halloween and go to the spirit store, because Spencer's owns the spirit store. So, there's that. Then I have my other Spencer's deck. I've used this one with Zombie of the, I've used this a few times. This is my first time using this. So, there's that. My Universal Folk Oracle. I haven't used that one in a long time. And I have not used... watch them all fall. Sorry, the kids are being loud. I'm grabbing stuff. And Moonology Oracle. I have not used that in a... Had this one for a while. I forgot when I did my decks for last year. That was one I got. And then, of course, I have my Deviant Moon. And then my, I call it my 5 and Below deck because I got it for Christmas 2 years ago. And that's where the kids had got it from. Interestingly enough, it was $5 when they bought it, and now it's like $25 on eBay. So, let's get on with the reading. And I forgot this deck. That I got, 2023, Christmas 2023. This was also one I got at Spencer's. I know Miss Kulala really loved this deck. So the Wizard's Tarot, which you'd have to get on eBay now because I guess Spencer's no longer sells it. Or get it from the UK. Forgot that deck. So, and because they all fell down, I have my, oh, good God. My Garbage Pail Kids that I just got. So, let's get on with this. Okay, so again, since it's just late at night and the kids are asleep, gonna move this. So I'm should do this like during the day when the light's a lot better. It's upside down. So we're going to start with the Oracle, the Moonology book. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with that one because that thing's just like, oh, wasn't upside down. So, with the first card, we got 12, Uniqueness. Unique, perfect self-honor. Okay. And then we have Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back, South Node. And we have Familiar, Guardian. Okay. So, you may feel that you're going through some stuff all by yourself right now, whatever your situation is, and your guardians are looking out for you. I get with this, and I'm gonna read the book. There's got a lot to do with animals and the animals around you, paying attention to them, I know there's a Claire when it comes to divination with animals, like if an animal comes close to you or around you, that there's a spiritual significance for that. And then, of course, with the black cat, that would be protection. So you do have guides and guardians that are kind of out protecting you. But anyway, there's a lot to do with animals and paying attention to the animals around you. Like when the weather is going to get bad, there's going to be a storm. Samhain has sort of adapted this whole ability to go nuts. The dog goes nuts. But I know there's a term for it. Hopefully, Erie can help me figure that one out, because I don't remember. My mind is drawing a blank. And don't let your past hold you back. This has a lot to do with self-reflection, self doing more, renewing yourself, because Ostara just happened and the seasons are changing, and doing some more self-reflection and letting go of your past. There's also, I've got something here with dream work also, and doing some things with your past lives, or talking to somebody who's really knowledgeable about past life work. I can tell you right now, Amethyst Ascension is really good with that. Reincarnation, that type of situation. Karmic relationships, because we got those twin flames, and then those karmic relationships, something to do with karma. Don't become obsessed to the point where you're obsessed with a situation or with a person. Okay. So, and with this, with celebrating your uniqueness, you need to celebrate your uniqueness. Everybody is unique. Everybody is different. We need to see this uniqueness not as flaws, but as means of being unique, and how we're all pieces to the same puzzle. I'm getting something here with water, and water has a lot to do with emotion. And here we have the rainbows. I don't think I'm going to read the books tonight because I've been having a real bad headache. So I'm just going to do all of this intuitively. Working with rainbows. Kimber Kiss has talked to me about working with rainbows and with color magic. And up here we've got the tower. So this has also to do with letting go of your past. The tower came. Either your tower is being rebuilt or it's about to fall. And I can't tell if that's a boat, but something with a journey, whether it's shamanic journeying, or something to that effect. Astral projection. And then here we have, it looks like claws. So again, with working with animals and animal divination. Really focus on that. Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands. This says charity. These Spencer's decks, like, they're great for intuitive stuff because it says XV and it looks like 4 eyes to me. So, I don't know if this is supposed to be like the moon or the devil. I'm going to assume crazy. That's why I love these decks, because they're just crazy. I dropped my card, so let me go and pick that up. Just crazy to me. And then we have Page of Swords, the Hierophant, Knight of Wands. This is supposed to be Ace of Cups, but we all know about the Spencer's deck. If you have the blue Spencer's deck, you know. And then with Deviant Moon, we have Judgment. So give me a second. Okay. So forgive me while I read out everything that I wrote down when I did the reading. So, because, okay. So, compassion, up there with the Eight of Wands. Ask for help. Give resources and time to someone experience, us crones, giving experience to a person who needs it, or maybe someone is going to give you that time and experience because you may be in need of help. There's about to be rapid, things are really going to start progressing rapidly for you, or your situation is going to rapidly progress for you. Um, if there's some communication or a letter or something that you've been waiting on, that's going to be coming soon. Let me see. There's a lot of positive changes. Again, with charity, with charity, like these cards are crazy. I've never used, this is like my first time using this deck. It looks like the Empress, so I'm gonna talk about abundance, and to me, this here, that looks like a torch. So, like, when it comes to like creativity, like with the painting and letting your light shine, and again, celebrating your uniqueness and the flaws. I see something here with hands, um, like a spirit hand. So, again, with your, spirit communication, past life, there's something with the past life that keeps coming up repeatedly. Okay, let me see. Mirror of your time. Experience. Someone, or it will be um shown to you. So there's somebody coming in with some really positive stuff. Shine your light. Uh, but you really need to just kind of sit and be observant. Again, with past, like I've said, with past lives, um, coming up, you're somebody is really struggling, like with, I think it's called cell memory or something. Um, you need to really watch these backstabbers. If someone is really around you that's not very trustworthy, again, a lot with, and again, I think this came up with the Ostara reading. Be careful who you trust and don't be giving pearls to swines. Watch where you're going. So be cautious about that. And getting just these toxic people like out of your life. Um, because there's always going to be someone who's like just going to just sit there and just watch you sink in more ways than one. Um, Again, the flaws with the flaws, and you're struggling with things. You keep having this dream that keeps reoccurring, or a memory that keeps reoccurring, or it could be a past life situation that's recurring. um you need to be taking time for yourself and doing study, and I've got a lot with clearing out the cobwebs, because maybe that could be the problem with why these messages are not um coming in to you. And again, with shining your light and studying and being creative. Okay, let me move that card out of the way, because now we need to focus on these. Okay, so yeah, you really need to be keeping to yourself and being careful who you trust. let me see. You know, a lot to do with moving forward. Take some calculated risks and what is it, Nixon? Speak softly and carry a big stick. um, uh, you know, you don't always have to be vigilant, but don't always be in battle mode. And this is more about going with the flow, you know, of the stream. And I keep hearing that whole thing with Finding Nemo, with Dory singing, just keep swimming, 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 not giving up. Um, doing stuff with astrology because these stars and planets are popping up with this card. So there's some things with astrology, although this thing says a big whale, that don't look like, things aren't always what they seem with this card. You know, don't judge a book by its cover. But at the same time, let me see. Okay. Be slow. Again, you know, walk slowly, be careful where you go. Um, and this is talking about being more self-aware. And again, with the seasons changing, there's going to be like a new relationship with your soul tribe or some kind of deep connection that's going to be coming in with you. Whether it's spiritual connection or, you know, like I said, a new person coming into your soul tribe that's coming. And with judgment, it's all about, you know, the seasons changing and finding balance and clearing things out and letting out, you know, out with the old and in with the new. And another thing that I had when I did this is whatever people say or do behind your back or their opinions of you is their business. It's not yours, because, you know, he's behind everybody's back. When you're different, you're unique. You don't fall in line like a sheep. You know, you're always going to have people judging you. They're always going to find something different, you know, to judge you about. Um, Again, you know, taking time to celebrate the things that are unique about you. So, you know, and especially with the current times that we're in, you know, being in the line of spirituality that we're in, we're going to be getting judgment by a lot of people and a lot of condemning, because we don't just want to fall in line. We want to be different. And people nowadays don't like that. So, you know, dance around like nobody's there in your house, you know. Put your headphones on, you know. Do astral projection. Find a place of peace that you can go, and meditation and grounding. Like when it warms up more, put your feet on some grass. Put your hands in some dirt. So again, that was my haphazard way of doing your tarot reading for the week. So peace, love, and light, guys, and please like, comment, and subscribe.